Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Impossible Mowers. Today is a pretty awesome day. We're going to get Chuck outdoors, show you what we've done, and we're going to do a little test and tune with the motor there, get it tuned up, and just see how it'll run. I'm very excited because you guys actually get to see how this thing sounds. I mean, it's awesome. So stay tuned. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the hood of the square body, the old 84 square body, hook up the cables, the batteries, crank this thing over, tune it, and then quite possibly ride it. And I think we will be able to ride it because like I said, we got the belt in. I fixed the transmission, so she's literally ready to rip. So without further ado, I'm going to cut the camera here and we're going to take off when we start doing that. Alrighty, we got the fuel on. She's ready to go, so let's hear this thing start, guys. I'm super excited. It's been way too long. Check the connections. Try to let it charge for a little bit. Yep, definitely gotta let it charge. But yeah, I mean, while it's charging, I'll give you a little look around here. What we added was one. I still gotta get the other one painted. We got one hubcap painted black. We also added a transmission filler plug. So now, instead of having to take the seat off or take the transmission off to refill it on trans fluid, I just shift that puppy in neutral. I have a fuel line that hooks up from the spout here, this little funnel, over into the filler plug, and I can just refill my transmission fluid from here. The reason why I did this is, if you guys don't know, Chuck is very he likes to eat oil, drain it a lot, eat it, so I'm always having to refill it, and it just sucks having to just waste a whole day's worth of video just having to tear the transmission out. So now we don't have to do that anymore. And yeah, transmission works. So if this puppy starts, we're gonna tune it, give it a shot, and see what she's got for drivability. I'm gonna try to start it again, so I'm gonna put the camera back over here. Alrighty. Ignition's on. Alright, so she's a little happy. That's what I was telling you guys about. This motor, Big Bertha, it's just, every time you go to start it, it's wow, and I can't have it that way. So the idle is set way too high. And you'll notice it'll go very high, it'll settle down, and then right as I go on the throttle, it'll start to bog. So this is a very detuned engine. So let's see how this goes. I hope it does not run away. was awesome. Let me shut this baby off. That did not take long to tune, I'll tell you that. These V-twins, I don't know if the same about a lot of them, but this one specifically, you lift your air filter cover, and you already got access to your fuel and air mixture screw, and then your carb idler screw. So this screw right here, the silver screw, controls your throttle. So if you're at idle, it controls how high the idle, how low the idle. This one up here is your important one. That controls how much fuel and air is mixed into the combustion chamber. So if it's too high, you know, it's not going to run as good as if it was too low. You know, it's got to be right there in the middle. You also don't want to run these too rich or too lean, because you can have a lot of carbon buildup in the pistons, and it's just never good to run these rich or lean. You just always give it, zero it out to a tight little, I don't know how to say it. It's like zero it out by just tightening it up, all the way tightened, and then give it about 2, maybe even 3.5 quarter turns. And that's typically how you can at least get started on the tuning process. You can't just stick a screwdriver in there and start tuning it. It's a bit tedious. Each engine's different. With this one, I have to give it about 4.5 to get it fully tuned, but just to start, I have to give it 3. So you know, it varies on the engines. But yeah, guys, Chuck is just about ready. I mean, we're ready for a romp. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put the belt back on, and then we're gonna send it. We're gonna do a pass up and down the driveway, see how she does, see what kind of speed we're looking at. I did test this before, and she was around 14 to 15 miles an hour, but that was with a loose belt. So now that we got the tighter belt, it should be anywhere between 16, maybe a solid 15 miles an hour, but I'm not too sure. So this will be pretty cool. So I'm going to stop the camera right now, and I'm going to put the belt back on, and I'm also going to refill the transmission with some oil so that we don't you know, lock up the trans. I'm sure we don't want that. So without further ado, we're gonna get back to it. Alrighty guys, just filling her up with some oil, and it's working perfectly. Usually I'd be putting zip ties, or better yet, bolting this in, but I don't have any of those options, so I'm using baling twine. Nothing wrong with that. She's just drinking it all up, and I'll show you while it's getting while she's drinking. Got the funnel that goes right into here, and then here's the magic. Right there is the hose, and it goes all the way down right there to where she gets lubricated. So yeah, working good. She's a drinking. So I'm gonna get back to you guys when we're gonna start giving this thing a test drive. Alrighty guys, I had to stop the video for a second. I know I said I was gonna get it up and running and driving, but while I was actually about to put it into gear, I noticed that when I pushed the clutch in, it was still spinning. The belt was still engaging the drive setup. So, and it was also rubbing on the steering shaft. So what I did as a quick fix, but by the time I fixed it, it was already night time and it was too late. But what I did, I'll show you, was I rerouted the belt system, adding a second pulley. So now we have the drive. We have this steel one that looks like it's hitting it, but it's just barely not. And then we have one of the idlers right here, and it kind of, the idler right there is like a spacer to keep it away from the shaft, so it's not dragging on this steering shaft as much, or at all. So, but yeah, no, we're back on the road now. I mean, there you go. There you go. The idler might hit the drive a bit. That's okay, because it's a steel, so I don't think it will. but even if it doesn't, not a big deal. But now we're gonna try to get it running. I'm gonna bring the old truck over here, jump start it, and I'm gonna pick up the video when we're slapping it in first gear and just giving it a quick little trail test. So I'll see you guys back when we do that. Also, I almost forgot to mention, I was just about to end it, it just came to me. We got the Poulan's blade deck all spray painted and gussied up. I mean, it was rusty before, but not anymore. I went for the classic black in the front, yellow in the front. Wait, black on the back, yellow in the front. Yeah, that's what it was. But she looks good now. I'll flip it over so you guys can see. I mean, just look at that. Oh, it's like brand new. Like brand new. But yeah, you can see there's a couple spots here where you can kind of see where the paint that I put onto it kind of overlapped on the rust. This was actually the old paint right here that I just painted over. And instead of wire brushing all of this, I did that on purposely because these rust spots, they were just so hard to get out. So I thought, yeah, you know what? It's gonna be under the mower. It's not like it's going to a showcase. You know, no one's really gonna admire the deck. They're really gonna admire the mower. So I thought, just spray paint it anyways. And I spray painted the black with a nice paint and primer mix from Rust-Oleum, so it'll prevent the rust and it'll actually be a lot stronger and last longer. But yeah, so there's that. We also got parts for the Poulan coming in, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna get it running and driving, drive it for a bit, get that transmission, get the, you know, get everything moving, and then we're gonna start buying parts for the blade deck, assemble it, and hopefully start mowing soon. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to get Chuck running and driving. So I'm gonna get back to you guys when we're in the seat of this old girl and getting her in gear. Wow, that was awesome, dude. The suspension worked out perfectly. Nothing loosened up on me. She's strong as a bull. We had to put some belt keepers here on the side just to make sure that the belt wasn't popping off, which it didn't. And everything works good. The reason why it's really loud is because the pulleys that are on here are old. The steel ones I did buy, I ended up having to give it to a customer just because I didn't have anything on me at the time, but I do have idlers coming. But I mean, wow, what a unit. Chuck is back on the road. Expect a lot more mudding videos with this thing because it's on the road now. All we got to do is put a hood and give it a new paint job, and that is it. We are done. I mean, everything here is behaving, not leaking oil. Looks good. Steering rack staying still. I mean, what a win. So it took a while, but we got it done. And yeah, guys, that's awesome. Whew, what a unit, what a unit. Very happy, very happy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to look out for more mudding content now that we're getting the mowers up and running again right in time before Memorial Day. So Memorial Day is going to be a big day. We're going to have all the 3 mowers, possibly even 4, and we're going to send them through some mud. And this one, I'm hoping, is going to be the king of that. So especially with the posi lock and the lifted front end, which is awesome. So there you have it, folks. Chuck's back on the road. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out our Instagram and Patreon for more content. We will be posting some content about this mower on those platforms as well. So if you want to see more of that, check it out. But yeah, I hope you guys stay safe, and catch you guys next time.